So Kyle spent 2 weeks designing this awesome manifold in CAD, 3D printed it, but guess what? It doesn't work. So we had to design a whole new manifold on the spot, and this is it. Check it out.
Welcome back to Vibrant Performance TV. My name is Kyle, and today is a fun day. We're starting fabrication. We got Tanner Gokey from Gokey's Garage here.
How's it going?
Tanner's here for a week. He's gonna help us put all this and that, fabricate our entire turbo system. So we're stoked. It's gonna be a challenge. I think I've given you a lot of work to do.
We got a lot on our plate in a short amount of time, but luckily Vibrant's taking care of me, and we're gonna get this knocked out of the park.
As you guys would have seen in the design episodes, we're using a Borg-Warner EFR 7670. Hopefully that should hit my goal of about 350 to 400 wheel horsepower. Then yeah, we got a lot of other goodies that we sourced from Turn 14, 321 stainless steel. That should be a fun one. Intercooler end tanks, new HD clamps. I'm excited for these.
Then we also got some small things that Vibrant sells, such as their T4 twin scroll flange, we're gonna be using to build the manifold with. So luckily, Vibrant has a huge selection of products for us to use, and it's gonna make my life way easier and hopefully way faster. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I guess that's enough for talking. We should get to work. We got a lot. I think I've given you a pretty big challenge, all this work in 1 week.
Yeah, I got a couple things to weld, but hopefully you guys will all stick around and check this out and see what we do with all this fun stuff.
All right, let's get to it.
So the first thing we're going to start fabricating is my turbo exhaust manifold.
Just like our boy Rob Dom, we're gonna go with Vibrant's new 321 stainless steel.
321 is a great turbo manifold material because it will maintain its strength at high temperatures, allowing for fabricators to use thinner material, making for a lighter weight manifold.
All right, so Tanner and I have been talking, and we were thinking that we're gonna move the turbo placement a little bit. We're gonna bring it a little bit more forward and up.
Yeah, I don't think this manifold's gonna work quite right. We have a slight interference issue. You can see this Turbo Smart wastegate hangs a little off to the side, so.
So I am thinking of changing the stock wastegate to an aftermarket one anyways. Hopefully that'll help with the clearance to the frame rail. I guess I'm kind of taking a bit of a gamble here because I don't have those parts. I'm kind of assuming it should work. Fingers crossed.
Unfortunately, it's gonna hit our frame rail, so this lovely design is, well, trash. Sorry.
Yeah, no, whatever we gotta do to make it fit. And
yep.
Yeah, I do want good clearance for that wastegate and the frame rail, so bringing it forward, that's gonna help, so.
This is custom fabrication. You gotta change on the fly and just get shit done.
Yeah.
Turbo on? I mean, that's how a real fabricator would do it.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm gonna actually tack this rod to the flange.
Okay.
And then just make sure that it's kind of where I want it to be.
Yeah.
And then I'll make sure that this is actually 90 to everything. That way we can keep that 90 to the engine.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's smart. You smart.
Sometimes I'm smart.
Yeah.
Let's not get too excited here. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this rod and we're gonna tack it to our main flange to help us get our spacing for the turbo flange to be over here. By doing it this way, we're gonna be able to keep everything nice and square to the motor once we get our other flange tacked on. So stay tuned. Here we have our turbo flange jigged up to our engine side flange. So what you want to do is make sure that you keep everything perpendicular if that's what you want to do. And that's what we want to do on this project for aesthetically and to making it ease of fabrication. So that way everything is nice and square, even, and easier to cut. That's the big key. Hey guys, so check this out. One of the best ways I found to make runners for a manifold is using one of these ICE Engine Works kits. Now, the radius on this is only a 3-inch center line. Now, the Vibrant tubing is 3 3/8 center line, but you still get the general idea of where your bends need to be and how to conform it to a custom setup, helping you save time and honestly material, because this 321 material isn't really cheap. So check this out as we work all this into building a custom manifold. So you can see we're already really close to getting this manifold runner done. And one of the best parts about this is the ability to get our runner all cut up and coped to keep our twin scroll Vibrant flange a true twin scroll. So stay tuned.
I was found here. You come around here. I was found here. You come around here. I was found here. You come around here. I'm gonna see now. They're gonna find me now.
Hey guys, so check this out. So here is one of my own products I make. It's the Turbo Flange Heatsink. What this features is multiple holes all the way around it in order to fixture it in your fixture. But not only that, we have 2 inlets to purge these twin scroll flanges, because when you're doing these, you want to keep them 100% divided. So that's what we've done here. By adding this plate in between, we're gonna be able to keep the pulses from each rotor completely separate from each other and let this turbo really get true twin scroll exhaust pulsing.
All right, so while Tanner's finishing up the manifold, I'm gonna get started with mounting up the V-mount crossbar pieces. So we had these little brackets plasma cut that I made on CAD. If you come in here, you can see that we have this one cut for the passenger side, and it's gonna kind of slot in right there, meeting that contour there and that contour there. The idea is that you see that there's 3 holes. We're gonna drill, put some nice long bolts through, and then sandwich this other plate on the other side. Then we have 2 plates for the driver's side here. I don't know if you can see me that well. That'll go there, and this one on the other side.
What's up guys? So this is what we wound up with for the completed manifold design for the FC RX7. Now, what this features is all 16 gauge 321 tubing, a Vibrant T4 twin scroll flange, like I said earlier, and a custom 13B flange that Kyle designed. Now, the reason why we use 321 for an application such as the rotary is because rotaries run hot. And then you start slapping all the boosts in there, they run extra hot. So 321 is gonna really hold up good to those high temps with high boost extended pulls that Kyle's gonna be ripping around Toronto doing. So some of the tips and tricks for welding 321 16 gauge is cleanliness, your purge, and run it a little bit hotter. The 321 really likes to absorb the heat. So as you can see down here, This was done at about 125 amps. I probably could have gone a little bit hotter, but I didn't want to, you know, blast through it. So you can tell this will really take some heat, which is good, which is what we want, but you gotta take that into account when you're gonna weld it. So don't be scared to put a little extra oomph on the machine and really go to town on it.
All right, let me throw this guy on.
Now for the moment of truth, actually putting the turbo into the car so you guys can see what all that hard work's gonna look like. As you can see, we placed the turbo in a nice location that gives plenty of clearance for everything. Kyle, what do you think?
Man, I love it. I'm so stoked on it. You killed it.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's a little different than what we originally designed, but I'm super happy with how it came out. When I was designing it, a thought of mine was that I did want the turbo flange to be flat like this, and I was having trouble fitting it and clearing this, but you know, as we discussed, moving it forward a bit more up allowed for all those things that I wanted. So
awesome. And then you can check out on the next episode as we start setting up our V-mount and how this is all going to work in conjunction with moving that turbo to the optimal location for everything that we're going to do in the future.
all right, so that's a wrap on episode 3. Be sure to check out episode 4 where we get into the V-mount stuff. That's going to be a fun little battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The clock is ticking. Tanner's not here forever, but yeah, we got a bit of a challenge for him, but I'm sure he's gonna kill it.
No problem. Check it out.
Yeah. Peace.